Yo, what's up guys? Another Siege video. This is not Siege. Wait, let me show you some. I put it in the description last time. How about instead of using wonky teams, I'm gonna use a really wonky. And I'm kinda known for having a lot of a certain unit. You might see it over there. You probably already saw it in the thumbnail. So the idea was, when we have an easier siege, which we did in this case, I'm gonna use Gildong only teams. So I went in with 10 Gildongs. Why 10 Gildongs? Because I know the whole comment section is like, why do you have 10 Gildongs? Show you, Gildongs are good for rolled boss. Rolled boss number one in the past, many times rolled. So that's pretty much where they're good for. Also, I wanted to make it more interesting because it would be really easy for me with like 317 million mana to just like give one of my best Violent Will sets to every Gildong and then next. And then for that reason, just have like a really good set on like all of the Gildongs in like all 10 attacks. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep my Gildongs as they are just for roll boss. So how does that look like? Random sets, high efficiency stats, mostly in attack. There are a few on will. I think there are like 2 or 3 on will. And I'm just going over all of them. They also have like good high efficient artifacts. Not necessarily anything that fits. Well, this one would fit, I guess. But all of them have like high efficient everything, mostly based on attack. There's a little bit of like all stats. There's some crit damage in here and there. Some of these sets are actually pretty dope. Some of these sets are really weird. I think there's 2 on shield as well, which will help out here and there as well. This one is actually will. So the will ones are easier to use. Yep. And then some of them are really bad. And also, as you can see, pretty much all of them are scaled up, at least, except for this one. This is my last one that I'm working on currently. And then I continue to work on the next. Why Gildongs for World Boss? It's one of the best units for World Boss because you can skill them up with a 3-star. It has a lot of skill ups, and more skill ups mostly works better in World Boss. And the base stats of him are really focused into one stat, which is attack, and therefore really helps for World Boss as well. Because the multiplier on attack therefore becomes a lot higher, so an attack percent values a lot more. So let's get into the actual fights and let's see how I did. So this video also for that reason might be a little bit longer because I'm gonna showcase, like, normally I skip video or like I skip attacks that you have already seen. Yes, I have been cheating a little bit here and there with some teams. Would I have probably won this 2v3? Yes, like, don't put that in the comment like, oh, you use such OP units, you could have won this 2v3. Pretty much could have any unit be in there, pretty much. But still, you gotta work with the Gildong, and there were some fun offenses. Some were more creative than others. My oracles were not landing shit today, but in general, like, I'm pretty certain I could put pretty much any unit with Sierra Gianna and it would probably work. No armor break from the Gildong, that's pretty lame though. But yeah, this one is pretty done already. This one is done for. This one is easy. Gildongs actually do a decent amount of damage, I noticed. Not this one though. This one didn't do too much. Well, if they stun and slow, it's actually not that bad. It's not that bad. But you know how this works. We do a little bit more damage. We blow them up. We throw another bomb. I should have thrown another bomb. I don't know why I didn't throw another bomb. Sierra could have survived. Probably I was busy with something else and not just minding the screen. That happens from time to time. Destruct Evil. 8Ks on armor breaks, 4 hits, not too bad, not too bad. So that's the first victory. So then another Gildong, a Will Gildong with a Galleon that's double shield Will and a unit as last to have more Will runes. And this is a really old counter that I used to use, and it's just shield Will against Orions. Like I said, this was not one of the better guilds we were fighting. Like, normally we have better guilds to fight, so it was a good option to do that against this guild, because this defense is not really meta anymore. Well, it was meta way back, way back, but that's not that good for getting too many hits. Okay, we're good. Was like, okay, so if I just destroy the Perna life, how much damage? 13Ks, 14. Not that much of a damage Gildong for an attack crit, I guess. Look at that, that's so wonky. Wait, no. Bail, cut, stop. This Sierra. So there's no armor break, so I gotta kill this, which did a lot of damage actually. But are we gonna win this? This thing is still proccing. Look at that HP that's left over. But she places another bomb because the Gildong survived. Look, oof, man. I was playing this, I'm like, oof. This was so stupid, man. Do not try this. Wait, in general, do not try this at all. This was also pretty stupid. I was like, so the dark unit is gonna hit my... Wait, that's not dark. What am I doing? Well, that Rika has 100 resist though, so kinda could bet for that as well. Yeah. This is also a fight you do not really want to do. This is one of those fights you do not want to do. It's so wonky. We did get a bunch of despair stuns and another bunch of despair stuns. That worked out pretty well. And at least the Perna is hitting on the Hellfest, which helps out some. That was a fair amount of damage, Gildong. That was a fair amount of damage for that Gildong. Like, some of these Gildongs also have like 60, 70 accuracy or something, that because those stats also work pretty well in Roll Boss. So they really have the weirdest builds ever, which you should not use in Siege. This is not Siege build. Oh man. Well, that's 3 victories though. It's gonna get weirder, trust me, it's gonna get weirder. So, like before I said, you can pretty much do anything with Triana and Sion against this, and it will probably win, right? So how about we just put a Gildong in there? It has attack lead. It's useful. It's not just the mental support. It's actually useful. It has attack lead. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Gildong survive. Bombs. How do you land 0 bombs? How do you fucking Sion? I gave you a transmog. I did everything for you I could. And you don't land anything. Oh man, how are we supposed to win this if you don't land any bombs? How are you supposed to win this? Well, still, if... Is there a chance? Is there a chance? One was getting my bomb back. Well, good thing is that Triana did quite some damage and was able to kill that Zenobia, which was pretty squishy and they didn't do too much damage. But, man, this was wonky. And also that I could land my bomb before they actually kill me on the first try. Because otherwise, you could bomb them and they kill you right after. And you don't have the immunity anymore and you still die. Told you it was getting more wonky. Like, how did I win that last one? How does he win it? And then this one. What's this defense? What is this defense? They were G3. I'm not lying when I say they were rank 13 and rank 25. So I was actually hitting legit guys. So like we were fighting like legit guys. So let's see how much. That's some good damage, right? Look at that Gildong slapping the shit out of things. And this one I will speed up a little bit for you because the clip is 3 minutes long for just this fight. And you know what happened a lot? Triana went for the, I'm gonna slip your Gildong the moment you want to do damage. And that happened like a bunch of times. There was nothing scary about this defense, but they just got like slapped and then provoked. And then they were healing, and then there was invisibility buff, and then there was more healing, and then I couldn't hit shit, and then it was slapped again, and then fast forward, and we finally freaking killed it here. Because she woke him up. Triana AI. Okay, and then we were done actually pretty fast. Oh man, Triana AI sometimes. AI in general sometimes, you know how it works. And then you can Lucian with a Gildong because Gildong has a tech lead. So he's there for mental support. But also killing the Perna at the end. Because Gildong is gonna 1v1 that Perna always. Always. So let's see how much damage his solution does. 20k. Yeah, I think I kind of overkilled it. I think we kind of overkilled it. I didn't even have triple fight on that Gildong, because then I would have to switch runes, actually, which I didn't do for the Gildongs, of course. I can't do Siege without going Shaina Martina, right? But would you go Shaina Martina? Gildong? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. He is mental support. I don't care. These Shaina Martinas kill something for his turn anyways. It doesn't matter. You've seen the other videos as well. Like, doesn't matter what kind of guild these... those things just do way too much damage, and it's... yeah. Shaina Martina, they always work. This was even the wrong Shaina. This was the Swift Shaina. I have a Swift and a Vio Shaina. So yeah. Gildong did something. So another Gildong with another typical team of mine. Bolvric Amelia. Hey, I use it every time. And normally I go for a Molong or I go for a Skogul. But you could also just go for a Gildong. Unless this Fang Yang is gonna focus the Gildong, then I might have some issues, but let's see. It does pretty slap the shit out of that Perna. It would have been nice if it just could have one-shot, but there were so many buffs that it was difficult. I could have done this on the right, but I felt it was maybe better. No, was it better to do it on the left? I don't know. I think it was not that useful to do on the left. Hitting that thing on the left did make sense because of the counter. There was another unit than Gildong on the lowest HP, and therefore the odds of Gildong being hit was not that high. Also, I took a Gildong that had a bit more tanky stats for this one. In the end, like, all of my Gildongs, if you know the rune optimizer, all of my Gildongs are somewhere between like 100 and I think 105, 106 to like 114 rune efficiency. So they actually have good runes. It's just rune sets that don't make sense, stats that doesn't really match together with whatever team they're at. But yes, they actually have really good runes. They do, but it's just weird. It's a weird, like, look at the damage he's like taking, and like if that unit was actually bad runed, he would be hella dead, which is not the case here. So there's actually a decent amount of like whatever stats on this thing. But yeah, no, then you know how it works. You know how it works. A little bit of Bolvric flavor. Can the Gildong make the kill? Can he make the kill? Nope, he cannot make the kill. Come on, yeah. Just die. And then another Gildong team. I still have Makali pretty well ruined. And if we one-shot the Skogul, Gildong should potentially be able to solo. I was trying to find my Gildong that was on Vampire, but apparently I don't have a Vampire Gildong anymore. I used to have one. I was a little bit afraid that I would maybe not be able to kill the Skogul, but in the end it was not that bad. Oh, and I got 10 successful defenses in a row, as you can see in the top. It was one of those, I think it was my Savannah defense that was getting 10 wins here. My other defenses were somewhere in like our main towers. They weren't even hit, pretty much. But yeah, we got some more Gildong wins. We got more Gildong wins. I have no clue why I'm doing this, actually. Okay, and then for the last one, I was like, okay, I'm hitting so many like relatively non-meta defenses that I have to hit something that seems pretty meta and seems pretty good. Like, just at the last hit. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. I'm surprised that Kamoon could have went for... the Kamoon could have 100% hit that Gildong here. Ooh, too bad those strips came late. We sleep everything, which is really good. No, the proc out of it. But this is, again, pretty much pairing Gildong with two other units that are really good and really good runed. And they just work really well. And then Gildong Showcase. So This is what I used to call the legacy effect, because legacy was one of the like really old players in Europe, and he was always like, "Oh, this unit is so good," and he was pairing it like with two really good other units on a really good build and that kind of stuff. And like, this unit is so good. It's like the unit wasn't good; it was completely carried by the other thing. So we had Gildongs didn't carry many of these fights, but Gildongs got 10 wins. Gildongs did get 10 wins. So it is confirmed that Gildongs are OP and the role boss runes are OP. So my guild asked me, well, to be friendly for the other guilds to get them some contribution and also to get ourselves some contribution. Make Gildong teams. We make a Gildong tower with world boss units. Let's go. Well, yeah, in the end we won the siege, but yeah, I had a good fun with that one. That was pretty dope. So, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Fun siege, not too serious, just fooling around. Actually, still getting 10 wins. Well, good enough, right? Hey, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next.